Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I can blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track. But we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag.
What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Now, this is one of the most exciting stories in all the sports right now. As y'all know, Kyrie Irving was dropped by Nike almost 2 months ago at this point. Signature shoe deal gone, all the money gone, etc. A lot of people been talking about the possibility of him going to another shoe company, whether that be New Balance, Adidas, Puma's been offering. And another company that's been on a lot of people's radar for this situation has been SIA Collective, which is owned by Devlin Carter from New York, out in Oakland now. Self-made, completely black-owned business, designed his own shoes. He sends his own tech packs and designs to China, in which they manufacture, you know, the mass versions of them, but the base of the shoe is made in his own home facility. SIA Collective came out around 2019. I think they had prototypes that were surfacing online, FBCC or something like that. In 2017, I think that was as early, maybe even 2016, where people started seeing the designs hit the net. But I think they've been commercially on the market since 2019. When I first heard that they were interested in bringing Kyrie to the SIA Collective, I was not too sure about that decision if Kyrie were to go, because I didn't know if they had the capability of mass producing the actual product. Kyrie is an athlete who sold millions of shoes over the course of his career, and I will definitely want to see him get with a company that can produce at a comparable level to a Nike, you know what I'm saying, which is why the bigger conglomerates would be more appealing. But as they talked about the production and all of that type of stuff, I think it is something that they can build up. What I actually want to play you guys is footage of Kyrie talking about the possibility of him finding a new shoe home for his signature shoes. He did acknowledge SIA Collective directly last night after playing. He was in a press conference. They asked him about the shoe deal, and the only company that he named specifically was SIA Collective, right? He said that there is no deal in place. He's not in a rush to solidify a deal. He doesn't want to make any business decisions at this moment, but he definitely gave them their props. So let's go ahead and watch this video and see what Kyrie had to say.
Well, number one, I'm in no rush to make any business decisions right now. I've been blessed enough to be drafted at 19 into a league that's the best in the world. And I've been plastered in an international marketplace, whether it be in China or whether it be in Australia where I was born, or whether it be in Africa. You know, I've built so many tribal relationships around the world. I just want to take my time. And in terms of SIA Collective, great brand, great brothers, great operation team behind the scenes. But again, I'm looking for a home where we can build a huge marketplace and I can have some ownership. And that takes time to build. So I'm willing to stay patient, but work with people that are willing to work with me. And SIA Collective has been a great brand to converse with. And I just don't want to settle with one. I think I just want to keep my options open and look for ownership and enjoy the free agency for a little bit. You know, it's been a long time coming. And I think there are a lot of details that are going to come out in the future about what was actually going on. And I think once my platform is actually created on when I can do that, then we'll share that. But shout out to SIA Collective, and everybody that's been recruiting me during this process. I'm appreciative, but I'm definitely not going to go back into a similar contract that I was in, or any type of situation or circumstance that I was in similar to what I was at the other brand.
So there you have it, man. Kyrie is acknowledging the SIA Collective, Devlin Carter, etc. He says that he has a lot of love and support for them and that he's spoken to the team. So it's not finalized. There's nothing concrete. There's no contract on the table. But I also want to get into Devlin's actual proposal to Kyrie and his team to try to sweeten the deal. All right?
You said that Kyrie could have 100% ownership of his own shoe. So let's start there. Why, from a business standpoint, would it be better for athletes to consider going a different route than they are typically used to going as far as shoe contracts?
Well, because especially with somebody like Kyrie, he's a proven ROI. He's a proven return on investment right out the bat, right? He's the #2 signature athlete sneaker sales for Nike. I think LeBron may be above him, right? But he's right there. He has his shoes at a cheaper price point, plus the kids love it. So let's say, I think they said last year Nike paid him $11 million in his royalties from his shoe sales. Now, say he made $2 billion or $1.8 billion for Nike. What is that percentage when you break it down? People are not buying the shoes without Kyrie. You know, those are the Kyries, and Kyrie, just the same way Curry sells shoes because he's Steph Curry. So, like, for example, what I told this team, I said, listen, if we can get a shoe at the price point of the same as Nike, say we can get it at 150 or 160, we sell 1 million shoes in the first year, you just made $160 million. That's more money than Nike has ever paid you. So, but the thing is, with a lot of athletes, is all they know is endorsement. Since they were in AAU, they've been given these shoes for free. So they've already been steered to think as an employee than to think as a leader and as a business entity in yourself. Now we're starting to see with the name and likeness deals in the NCAA and stuff like that. But these companies have been getting money off of these basketball players since they were teens and even younger than that, depending on how good their skill set was. So the system is designed for you to, once you take a check, you're an employee, right? When you take a check, you're an employee. You're not an owner. Your name is on that. But right now, Nike dropped Kyrie. Next year, they could come out with the first Kyrie shoe and call it the Nike One, and it's going to be the Kyrie shoe, but without his logo, they can still sell it. You didn't have any ownership in that at all. And one thing that I do know with Kyrie is that he does give input on his design and the designing of his shoes, which he takes a lot of pride in that. So I knew that from watching just different interviews with him and knowing that
Devlin has actually offered Kyrie 100% ownership of his own signature line. You know what I mean? So basically, Devlin and SIA would be behind the scenes. They will be putting the shoe together. They will be developing the technology for the shoe. They will be getting Kyrie's input on the design. They would go off and get it manufactured, and Kyrie would have 100% ownership of the shoe. Now, I don't know if that's going to be like a license agreement where SIA Collective gets some sort of manufacturing fee on the back end of that, where they don't own it, but they get paid off of it. Devlin also spoke about the fact that he's willing to 100% donate his time to be a part of Kyrie's team, even if he does not want to sign with SIA Collective. If Kyrie wanted to come out with his own brand as a whole, he still wanted to partner with him and be a part of the foundation and a part of the business, because he believes in Kyrie that much, and he knows just how impactful this would be to not only sports, entertainment, but for Black people as a whole to see the potential. We've never seen anyone in the NBA go 100% independent with the shoes. You know what I'm saying? Big Baller Brand tried it, but we also saw that Lonzo came into the league and he was breaking his shoes left and right. He couldn't even play more than a quarter per shoe. So he was basically wearing 4 different pairs of shoes every game. He ended up leaving. I think he went to Nike. We saw LaMelo, he's with Puma now, if I'm not mistaken. He left the Big Baller Brand, you know, before he even got to the NBA. When he went overseas, he made his decision that he wasn't rocking with that no more. We haven't seen anyone really take that step. Now, we do have an athlete that's already with SIA Collective in Montrezl Harrell. He has 2 signature shoes with the company already. Now, he's not a top-of-the-line player. He's not one of the biggest guys in the league. He also plays in Pro-Am leagues during the summer, but he made the step. He actually plays in the SIA Collective shoes, so there are some shoes in their catalog that are basketball already. Andre Drummond is also doing a lifestyle shoe with Devlin Carter in the SIA Collective. So we're starting to see NBA players that are showing interest. We even have a mock-up of a couple shoes that he's pitching to Kyrie, but he says Kyrie will have the opportunity to completely give his input. This is just something to show them that they have the ability to create the type of shoe that he might want to do. So there's a low and then there's a high. I think one is called the Evo Bounce, and I forgot what the name of the other shoe is, but y'all see the images here. Devlin has done work with Under Armour on the Steph Curry shoe. He didn't design any of the Steph Curry shoes, but I think when the Curry 2 came out, he did some customs that came out that helped propel the shoe culturally as far as people wearing them on the street outside of the court. He's also done customs for Jordans and Nikes as well, so much so that some of the customs that he designed ended up getting bit by Nike, and they repurposed his ideas without giving him any credit. So he's a very credible designer, One thing I haven't really liked about SIA Collective is that I can never get none of the shoes that I ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? When I saw designs that I liked, I would go on the website, they would be sold out. They would have these pre-orders that I would never be able to get in on. At one point, somebody was talking about sending a DM so that you could tell them their size and all that stuff. So I did not like that. They don't have that system in place anymore. I see that they don't do the DMs, and they said that they never will. I guess that was just a dark era in their situation, but I would love to see Kyrie actually partner up with them and do something monumental. Again, this is completely Black owned. This is completely for the culture, with the culture, and of the culture. When you look at the shoes, you can tell. Kyrie says he does not want the same type of situation as he had with Nike. He's looking for something with some ownership and equity. He wants to have it top-notch Ralph level, like Kanye was say. So I think that does open the door for SIA Collective to have a strong bid, but it may take some time before we see an official announcement or a deal in place. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification bell for all updates. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all, man. Peace.